Perlavis is now trying to become one of the most legendary developers in the industry right now. These guys just keep on giving and giving and giving. The game has just been out for 2 weeks now, and they have already rolled out so many patches that addresses players' concerns, things that players actually want. And when they address something, they triple what we wanted, and it's the same for this patch. So, like always, I'm going to have the patch notes in the video description in case you want to go read them for yourself, because we're just going to rapid fire through the most important ones while we watch some cozy vistas, beautiful vistas that this game has for us. And the most important thing that it's going to be the inventory storage. They increased that to 1,000 slots. Now, don't get that excited. It's actually not necessarily true for everyone, but this is something that was desperately needed, especially by me, that I have so much materials and bugs, dude. So many bugs for crafting dyes and potions and what have you, and just 240 storage slots was not enough. Remember that initially when the game launched, we didn't have a private storage slots, so you would have to have all of it on your inventory. Now you start with 240, and then after you get more camp expansions, you're going to get more slots. The first camp expansion is going to give you 100 slots more, the second one 100, the third one 100, the fourth one 100, but the final camp expansion, which is not arguably, the most expensive one, it costs you about 10k of the actual currency for you to get the final upgrade for your Grey Mains camp expansion, but that's going to give you 360 slots for a total maximum of 1,000 slots in your private storage, so we can have our armors safely now. And they also already added the visibility option for helmets. So this is something that was highly required. To be fairly honest, I wasn't really that puzzled by it, because at the end of the day, we have the radial menu where you can put on and put off your helmet. And as a matter of fact, I have different armor sets for different weather conditions, and sometimes I have my helmet, sometimes I don't, but anyways, I digress. Essentially, now there's an option under the menu that's going to allow you to always have your helmet toggled, to hide it always, or to just hide it during cutscenes, giving you more control on you being able to look at Cliff or any character that you would like to play without the helmet hindering you. Now, this is one of the ones that I was puzzled, why was this not added before? And now there's a 4K option for my brothers at Xbox. And yes, there was already the quality mode, but this is different. So essentially, what happens in here is that there's an option under your graphics setting that was added as a patch on PlayStation 5, base PlayStation 5 for the previous patch, and what this would do is that it would upscale to 4K even when you're on performance mode, and it uses FSR to upscale the internal resolution to reach 4K at 60 frames per second. Logically, this is all, of course, going to, there's some places where it's going to dwindle and vary. But man, I can tell you, I've seen this game on base console, and while it still looks beautiful, it looks blurry as hell. Now, with the option of being able to have this on performance mode, 60 frames per second, 4K upscaled using FSR, and yeah, this is available on Xbox right now. Well, the patch is not available right now. It should be coming later. Remember that usually Xbox takes a little bit more time to review the patches, so just hang in there. Know that the patch is coming to my Xbox brothers. Now, as for the movement controls, they adjusted them again because there's things that they still need to tweak. Like I said previously, me personally, I thought that the running controls for the prior patch were just fine because it feels natural for me to press my inputs and increase the speed of my character. But one huge issue that this brought, with mounts especially, is that it would cost you more stamina. So let's actually talk about that so that you understand what is it that happened and what is it that they did. Previously, when you were riding on your horse, for example, you would continuously press the input for your horse to run, but your horse would sprint for a little while before you actually using more stamina, and you could actually time it on a specific rhythm that you would feel comfortable. Your mount would keep running and you would use less stamina. This was especially useful while running and races. And when they changed that to the new controls, essentially as soon as you press the X, your mount would start running and then it would continuously consume vigor. Now what it does is that it artificially simulates of the vigor being consumed at a certain specific intervals, like if you were doing that rhythm by yourself as well. And they also added a option both for running and both for your horse for you to go back to the previous controls prior to the patch, so you can either go with the first one or the new ones. And for my cat lovers, they added a new armor set and helmet for cats. So for those people out there building your cat's army, yeah, you have a little bit more variety in here. I'm a little upset that they didn't for dogs, because me personally, I'm more of a dogs guy. But hey, to each their own. At the very least, we're getting like, that's just more free content, dude. In the prior patches, we got new bosses, new legendary animals. Now we got more armors for our pets. Like, just Pearl Abyss just keeps on giving and giving and giving, dude. And finally, thankfully enough, teleportation should, in theory, work better now. Remember that when you wanted to teleport to a certain location and you would be stopped because your character is moving an inch, like one flipping inch. That it should be fixed. However, there's still you still like can't teleport like in many other games at your leisure. Like there's instances where you're not going to be able to use the Abyss Nexus for you to teleport while you're, like, for example, falling or flying or riding or things like that. But now you shouldn't have to completely stop your character completely for you to be able to teleport to your next location. So that's highly, highly appreciated and needed, very much needed. And they continue to make fixes for how the game runs on several devices. Like I mentioned, they already added the new 4K options for the base consoles for them to be able to run on performance while 4K, but also they added tweaks so that the upscaling looks a little bit better now. And this is both for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and also PC, at least on FSR as well. There's many options and many things that they're doing for them to improve the image quality, the performance. Although I do have to tell you that I'd say that I'm joined by a whole lot of people saying that by judging by how this game looks, this is one of the most stable games that I've ever played. This is one of the... They just pulled tech wizardry with this engine, dude, because it just looks so beautiful. And it's one of those games where you don't believe what you're playing. Like, all of these shots that I have for you, I can't believe like how stable this beautiful gem is. And they keep adding updates for the game to perform even better, dude. Like, the game just keeps getting better and better and better. So yeah, they're listening to feedback, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to continue to do so. I'm in love with Crimson Desert, dude. I've been playing this game for hundreds of hours. Shamefully enough for me, I haven't been able to sleep properly since the past 2 weeks, and I think that I'm not the only one. Anyways, if you like the content, like and super appreciated. No estoy today, you gorgeous and beautiful person. You're indeed a gorgeous and beautiful, beautiful person. Subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, have a beautiful day, and bye.